Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 17, Punishment and Reward of Kali. Text 17. Dharma uvacha etadvaha pandaveyanam yuktam arta bhayam vachaha yesham gunaganai krishno dautyadau bhagavan kritaha. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The personality of religion said, "These words just spoken by you befit a person of the Pandava dynasty. Captivated by the devotional qualities of the Pandavas, even Lord Krishna, the personality of Godhead, performed duties as a messenger." Purport. The assurances and challenges made by Maharaj Parikhit are never exaggeration of his real power. The Maharaja said that even the denizens of heaven could not escape his stringent government if they were violators of religious principles. He was not falsely proud, for a devotee of the Lord is equally powerful as the Lord, or sometimes more powerful by His grace. And any promise made by a devotee, though it may be ordinarily very difficult to fulfill, is properly executed by the grace of the Lord. The Pandavas, by their unalloyed devotional service and full surrender unto the Lord, made it possible for the Lord to become a chariot driver or sometimes their letter messenger. Such duties executed by the Lord for His devotees are always very pleasing to the Lord, because the Lord wants to render service to His unalloyed devotee, whose life has no other engagement than to serve the Lord with full love and devotion. Maharaj Parikhit, grandson of Arjuna, the celebrated friendly servitor of the Lord, was a pure devotee of the Lord like his grandfather. And therefore, the Lord was always with him, even from the time when he was helplessly lying in the womb of his mother and attacked by the blazing Brahmastra, weapon of Ashwatthama. A devotee is always under the protection of the Lord. Therefore, the assurance of protection by Maharaj Parikhit could never be without meaning. The personality of religion accepted this fact and thus thanked the king for his being true to his exalted position. Mukam karoti vachalam pangurlangayate girim yatkripatamaham vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Vadavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. So in this verse we are seeing Dharma, who was the form of a bull. He was only standing on one leg and he was being attacked. So at that time Parikhit appeared and he gave an assurance. Please tell who are your offenders, who are troubling you, so I will punish them. And he even went on to make a statement that even if he is a denizen of heaven, even if he is from the Swargaloka, I'll see that he is punished. So nowadays we have elections after elections in our country, right? So we see promises being made by all politicians. I will promise you this, I will promise that, right? This will happen, I will make your life wonderful, right? So much promises will come and people will vote for them with hope, right? So this assurance given by Parikhit Maharaj, he was a king after all, And it was his duty to see that the ruling, is done such that all the citizens are very happy. That's a duty of the king, right? Otherwise, why is he a king? So human being means, in human society, is generally divided. There is a king, there is a system, right? Family is there, that system goes on. So we all pay taxes to the government. Why? We human being cannot live, right? It's a coordinated society. It's a life where it's not individually we cannot live. We need a system. So we have the system that, okay, there's a king, we pay of the government under him, we pay the taxes to him, and he takes care of our well-being. In Kali Yuga, the kings and so-called leaders are not the ideal kings as mentioned here, as emulated by Parikhit Maharaj. Parikhit Maharaj was not an ordinary king. He was a Mahabhagavat who ruled as per the scriptures, who himself was very pure, who was a Mahabhagavat, who lived as per the instructions of Krishna, as given by his forefathers, the great Pandavas, and he was not an ordinary king. So he could make this statement that whoever it is you tell me, I will punish. Right? In the current political system, it's not possible because, first of all, the rulers are not pure. They are not they are not trained to be a proper king. And democracy is there in this age. So somebody will get votes and he'll become elected as a king. So this system, if you make such claims, actually we all know, everybody knows, there is no doubt, right? Anybody has any doubt? All the political parties, what they are giving, you cannot fulfill. Everybody knows, right? We all know it's not. It's just in the air. Just made a promise, right? And largely the whole focus now is just to meet the material demands of the public. Here, Parikhit Maharaj was not such a king. He was a king who ruled. Human society doesn't just mean that we all live and satisfy our senses, and go away. For that satisfaction of senses, you make a whole system, right? That is not human society. Human society means that everybody is progressively engaged in purifying his heart, becoming more attached to the Lord, giving up all these lower vices, and become fully, at the end of one's life, attain Krishna. That is how human society is supposed to be organized. But unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, human society is not organized like that. So generally, the so-called kings, they become restricted to just fulfilling the material needs of the citizens. But Parikhit Maharaj was not such a king. So he was a king who cared for the real welfare of the citizens, spiritual welfare. He organized the whole society. That's the duty of the king. He's supposed to organize society such a way that just as there's a system, yes, it is supposed to be his duty to build roads, to give dams, water supply. These are all the duty of the king. Ensure there is protection, right? Police is there, military is there. These are all part of a system. And he collects taxes. That's for the economic aspect of it. So in Kali Yuga, the rule of a king has become downgraded just to becoming, fulfilling these material needs. Because so-called, the secular, in the name of secular, there is the atheistic government running, right? That's what happens. Everybody gives up religion and comes to say, oh, no religion, my religion, confusion, all this. So, but as king is not supposed to be like that. He's supposed to rule such a way that it's not that he is always chastising. That's one aspect of ruling, where there is a culprits will be there, you have to punish them. But more is to progressively make everybody grow up in come towards Krishna. That's how society should be organized. Just like there is a whole society, now there is a whole system, right? You all study, get admitted to college, right? As young, then you do your duty, you have your business or whatever. That is the mundane aspect of it. Other aspect of it is, that's why there's a whole system called Varnashrama was there. Right? As in Kali Yuga, the Varnashrama degraded into a caste system, and it was just becoming exploitation. So that also has collapsed now, so there is democracy. So that kind of ruling is not, ultimately will never be, we are seeing already, right? It's not really organizing the human society in a peaceful way. It is always fights, something and all is going on where some good things itself cannot be implemented. So that is the problem of this current system. So in those days, the system was not this democracy. It was a trained monarchy, and the king was not an ordinary king. He was a Rajarshi. He is a saint in the form of a king. How is he saint? Yes, he is surrounded by so much opulence. Yes, he is ruling, his power, right? All this is there of the king. So all that he has to exercise for the ultimate benefit of the citizens, but he is at the heart a pure devotee. He is just fixed saint. He is actually a saint at heart. He is not thinking, oh, I want to enjoy this kingdom. He is thinking that, oh, Krishna has put me in this situation, in this wonderful, maybe I am having wonderful situation where there is so much opulence, everything is there, power is there, but this is Lord's power, so I will use for him. So that's why he could say here, Prabhupada is saying here, see, he was not falsely proud. He claimed, he claimed that even if he is from denizen, even if he is from the heaven, I will catch and punish him. See, this is not a false pride. This is true pride. No, it's real. His powers are, because why? He knows I am just a clerk for the Lord. Right? All this power that is there is given by him. I want to serve him. Right? So when that is there, because ultimately, that's why Prabhupada is saying here, any promise made by a devotee, though it may be ordinarily very difficult to fulfill, yes, it will look, it looks some kind of exaggerated statement, but it's not a political statement like you see in the current political rallies and all this. No, it is befitting. That's what, in the end he also says, Dharma himself said, oh, this is as per you, yuktam, that's the word used here, yuktam, artha bhayam, artha, yes, it's a fact that in the society, human society, there will be exploitation, there is all this is going to happen. Abhaya, that's the duty, abhaya to give. Okay, you don't fear, I'll take care. That's the duty of the king. So he assured, even if he is from heaven, I will punish. So that assurance is because, yes, just like there is a cashier in the bank, right? He is counting lakhs of rupees, but he knows it is not mine, right? So he has lakhs of rupees at his disposal. Similarly, he has got the power of the Lord at his disposal. So if the Lord is there in everybody's heart, so he will reveal how to achieve. He will give the power also. Just like Arjuna was able to kill big commanders, right? If you read the Mahabharata, the exploits of Arjuna are described, right? It's so wonderful, great devotee of the Lord. He is pure devotee of the Lord who was very intimately related to Krishna. So he could do wonderful acts. We have read also previously, in the previous verses, the disappearance of the Lord is said, where he says, there's a one specific verse where Arjuna says, Isha Riktam, he could kill even Bhishma, such powerful warriors, Karna, all of them he could finish. It is said that 18 Akshoini Sainya was there. In that 11 Akshoini was Kurus. It is said that on one day, Arjuna finishes 2 Akshoini Sainya. Just after Dasa, Abhimanyu is killed, right? So he goes after Jayadratha. He makes a vow that I will kill him by this sunset, or I'll go enter the fire. So just because that vow was actually practically impossible to achieve, given the fact that such wonderful warriors were there, right, on the side of Duryodhana. So they all blocked it. It is said some miles and miles and miles. So he went all the way up to there. And purposefully they were still hiding. So Krishna covered the sun and made it look like it is sunset. So he came out. Oh, you enter the... Then Jayadatta he killed. Right? So that was so wonderful acts that way. It was not the ordinary. Those times military science was different. Now it's all, just bullets, guns, shooting one another, right? Harming one's body, right? But those science, that military science in those days was subtle, more powerful weapons were there. That all is lost now. So that all he could exercise. So that's wonderful, right? Why? Because just as the cashier has lakhs of rupees behind him, he can dish out, right? If you have a right this one. So similarly, Arjuna had Krishna behind him. So he could achieve wonderful things. So, but same Arjuna, it is said then when he was trying to protect the queens of the Dwaraka and he was bringing them from Dwaraka to Vrindavan, he was attacked by some vagabonds. He could not protect them. At that time he could not. Right? So he feels sad for that. So at that time, as we read in the previous verses, in the chapters of the Bhagavatam, he says, when Isha Rikta, when I am without the Lord, nothing will work. Nothing is achievable. Nothing is, everything that is even so simple will not be achievable without the Lord. So Parikhit knew this science. He was trained by his great devotee forefathers to be living as per that. That's why his statement here is not an empty political statement. And this empty political statements which we see here is because he cannot actually achieve. Because he is not. He is driven by his karma. Every person has his own karma, is limited by that. But if he is fixed in Krishna, he will go and go beyond his karma also. He can do, because Krishna could do wonderful things. So you will also do wonderful things. Just like we see Prabhupada, he built this wonderful Krishna conscious movement all over the world, right? And how did it start? If you see practically, it was first of all to instill in Kali Yuga people's minds that love for Krishna is itself very difficult, because all are against Krishna consciousness. Nobody wants to be Krishna conscious. Everybody just wants to enjoy the senses. In their hearts, to the most worst of the worst, the Western people who are involved totally in sense gratification, totally against the Vedic culture. They didn't even have an idea of Vedic culture. The India was forgotten its Vedic culture and was denigrating its Vedic culture. And Prabhupada was able to, in that situation, Prabhupada installed Krishna consciousness in some kind of people who are totally against the Krishna conscious principles, right? So that was a wonderful thing. And out of that, he created an institution like ISKCON, what we are all benefiting now, seeing here. A wonderful temple is there, worship is going on, we are able to come and, see the Lord, worship Him every day, hear His teachings. It's very mystical, right? Because why? Behind Him is Krishna. So when Krishna is behind, mystical things happen. So we should all take instruction from this verse that in our lives we have to bring Krishna. Don't be attached to something else. Don't bring other things into your life. When you bring Krishna, 100% you can be assured. And the biggest mystical thing that can happen is totally purification of heart and love of Krishna. That has to be established. So here, further thing. So one may question, why should, after all the Lord is supreme, He is so great, why should He exchange love with somebody ordinary? So that also is Prabhupada explains here. Such duties executed by the Lord for His devotee is always very pleasing to the Lord. Look at this it's very Prabhupada statement you can make out here. are always very pleasing to the Lord. Krishna enjoys, right? That's what Krishna is. That's what he's told. Krishna is self, Atmarama, is full in himself. He doesn't need anybody else. It has no need for us, actually. But still, that is his causeless mercy. He wants to exchange that love. He's saying, that's what is told here is, the Lord, because the Lord wants to render service to look at this. Lord wants to render service, just like, there's a Purandara Dasa's wonderful statement, right? Huva tarubhavaram manege hulla koduva. Everybody knows that song. So, it is like, you see, somebody who goes, it is said that, that song basically means that prayers is basically meaning huva taru, just like you go and offer, right, flowers to the deities. We all go every day. We are decorating. In every house also we have our deities. All of the devotees will be having small deities, a picture we are offering, right? Huva taru avaramane hulla taru, right? So, if you are giving the flower to the Lord will come and feed your cows if you have. He will give hulla taruva, means he will become your servant. So, that's why that's his love. Nobody can love like him. Nobody can love like Krishna. We see also, right, in material world, okay, there is love between mother, child. There is some level of selfless love there. Child, whatever it is, she will love. Mother, always cares, right? That is very small. It's a very, but still, the same mother, if she's a mother child, she will not love, right? No. Her child, she will clean, right? Everything, she will clean her cloth, everything she will do. Other child, no, right? So, because that is conditional, that's conditioned by mind. But Krishna is not like that. So, he is becoming, see, he enjoys, he's saying, Krishna said, Arjuna, you become nimitta, you get that. Krishna can kill you. Just he decided it will be over. All would have been killed. All the Akshayani Senas, Bhishma, Drona, all would have been finished. But I want your glory. I want you, you become nimitta, Krishna is saying, right? So Krishna always wants to glorify his devotee. And what did he become for Arjuna? Charioteer, right? So that's his love. So he is self-sufficient, but still he wants to give this love and he enjoys it. That is a transcendental love. That's why it is special. We have no such, whatever it is in the material world, generally in Kali Yuga, even the material satisfaction is more flickering. Material satisfaction anyway is flickering, but in Kali Yuga it's even more flickering. There is no material happiness, right? Husband, wife fighting always, or like king and like we are saying here, king, always something going on, right? Father, mother fighting, for child fighting. There is no actual real, that is also not there. At least in Satyuga and all, those were at least there. Material happiness also was there. So, but here, even if you see, let us say some people, you will see some people are blessed with good karma. They have a good family, everything is nice, right? Husband, wife are very happy, child and father also are happy, like that. So that happiness, that exchange, right? Maybe there's an exchange between mother and child, husband and that exchange is it's a pale reflection of the exchange between Krishna and the devotee. That love is he's saying for Draupadi he gave unlimited, and it's mystical. He's giving unlimited cloth he gave to protect her, right? And he said also, to Arjuna that you will be the victorious. You will be victorious. You fight. Why are you stopping? You do your duty. Krishna also is not saying that when I do everything, he's not saying you sleep. He's saying you give yourselves to me. That's the exchange. That's the loving exchange between Arjuna and Krishna, right? That beautiful exchange. Arjuna knew he's a pure devotee of the Lord. When Krishna left the planet, he felt very disturbed. But he remembered Gita's instructions and he felt, oh, my Lord is there always with me. That love, so that pleasure what you can get, the pleasures of satisfaction between husband wife is some level in the material world. The exchange between this is supposed to be most pleasurable, right? That's what you call, right? Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. that pleasure is actually anyway suffering. That is nonsense actually. But the real pleasure between Krishna and that is unlimited. Yes, Krishna and gopis enjoy, right? Krishna sees the beauty of the gopis and he becomes ecstatic. Radharani's beauty he sees, he becomes ecstatic. Krishna, seeing Krishna's beauty, Radharani's beauty expands. Right? It's a competition. It's on expanding. It's unlimited. It's ocean exchanging. Ocean is expanding. Here it is material, okay? Some sense satisfaction. Girlfriend, boyfriend, some satisfaction. Oh, you satisfy, you think I'm yours. It's all nonsense. It is only suffering in the end. What the Bhagavatam Gita also describes, na? Pleasures which appear very nectarian in the beginning and only it ends as poison in the end, right? Suffering. That's Rajoguna, enjoyment. So, that is what? That is epitomized by this relation between boy and girl in this material world. Everybody hankers. That's why the whole world is spinning around that pleasure, right? Material world. It's spinning around that. So, that is illusion. But there's a pale reflection of original love between Krishna and the living entities. That great love between Radha Krishna, we are trying to imitate. And it will never be, happiness will never come. But here, any simple exchange. For Parikhit, there are other set of devotees, Prabhupada used to say, who are Sahajias, who directly go into the 10th canto of the Bhagavatam and want to read about Krishna's passions with the gopis. They don't want to read these first cantos of the Bhagavatam. They think, oh, this is not so. No, every relationship here Parikhit's relationship is being established here. He is saying here that for your family, Krishna became a messenger. Krishna went, right, to Duryodhan of all person. Most egoistic, most, false ego person. To him, he said, okay, for my devotees, give them five villages, please. 5 villages, don't want anything else. First he said, okay, give at least the full half kingdom, at least what they deserve. If not, at least give them 5 villages. Who will go? Will you go to your, even if in Kali Yuga, nobody will serve anybody else with love like that, right? You will not, that's why it is said, huva tarora manike hulla taruva. Like he will go and feed, like that. That is a loving exchange. Krishna wants to give that love to us. But we don't want. We want satisfaction of our senses. I want to be like Krishna. That's the material world. We have come into the material world because of that. I want to enjoy like Krishna. So we have fallen in, and this material body is, which is at the back of the ultimate self of the material body is the false ego. That false ego is what we have got, that I am equal to Krishna. Why should Krishna enjoy? I should enjoy. That's why we have come into the world. So when we have come into the world, when the human being has an intelligence to understand, okay, this love and all is all nonsense. It's all temporary. It will never last. Everything is, illusion, which we can see, which a human being can understand. So human being is supposed to cultivate his life around to get that love of Krishna. His whole society is supposed to be done like that, such a way that automatically you get this. It should become a proper system. So in Parikhit Maharaj's time, it was like that. The whole human society was organized such a way that everybody was progressing spiritually very quickly. The first thing of loving Krishna is one aspect. In the gopis love, in the Amaras love. Arjuna loves in the Sakya Bhava. Mother Yashoda loves him in the form of a mother. Vatsalya Prema. So all these premas are, Krishna can be the perfect lover, perfect son, perfect friend. He can reciprocate. That's why you see in that relationship, you will feel blessed. So now that relationship is like PhD. First stage of that is what? What is told here. That religion. What is that religion? 4 principles. What is that? Truthfulness, mercy, right? Compassion and cleanliness, austerity, right? All these are there, right? These 4 principles, a devotee naturally follows them. That's the first stage. That's like, kindergarten of spiritual life. So human society is supposed to be organized such a way that everybody follows this. If everybody is truthful, naturally whole society will be peaceful. How can you be truthful? You can be only truthful if you are always knowing that Lord is sitting next to you, He is watching you. Right? You will never miss out. You will be austere because you will follow. If you want to loving Krishna is at the future. It's all this exchange like between Parikhit, Arjuna, it's all already mature fruit of devotion. The first stage is, I'll obey whatever you say. How do you understand what Krishna wants? That we can get to know only by a pure devotee. So, in this age, Prabhupada is our Acharya. We have to follow what he said. Prabhupada once said that if you love somebody, how can you disobey him? That's how first bhakti starts like that. So, you have to follow first what the Guru has said, never disobey what the Guru said. That's the first stage where you become a disciple, take initiation. I'll do whatever he said. Then, what happens by that? So, we have conceptions. There's another aspect of the, this is described in the Bhagavad Gita. You see, there's a verse, it says, fourth chapter, 10th verse, Vita raga bhaya krodha manmaya mam upashrita bhavo gnana tapasa puta madbhavam agataha. So what does it mean? It says like this, that Vita means to give up. Raga, there are three things it is said. Ragha, bhaya, krodha. So raga is what? Raga is because we have got this false ego where I am trying to compete with Krishna, where I want to enjoy like Krishna, which are without qualification. We are never be Krishna. So we become attached to material things, family, country, all this, right? Where I am born. First, most fundamental attachment is our own self, false self we have, right? So, and around that we build the whole society. We want to enjoy my senses like that. My satisfaction of senses is what? Tongue, belly, genitals. This we want to satisfy. Nicely we want to satisfy. So, that raga, what you should do? Give up. You have to be trained to give up. Vita ragha. Give up ragha. Attachment to material things. So, we all have experience of individualities, persons, right? Our family, we see so many people are trying to satisfy their senses. We see that they are all not happy. So, the other aspect of it is bhaya. Bhaya is like you become fearful of a person, personality, right? Krishna is not an ordinary person. When he desires something, he can fulfill himself. He's Atma Rama. In his heart, he is satisfied always. So, his loving exchange between him is transcendental. Anything you do with him, even little bit things. Somebody comes to temple and offers some donation, whatever he has got. That's a loving exchange. That will start his devotional service. Somebody just may take prasadam, started devotional service. So, the concept is that the other extreme is people who have understood, tried to enjoy, suffered a lot, they go into this, that ultimately bhaya. Means spiritual life means no personality. We are all just one sheet of consciousness, all powerful. We am God. So that bhaya of spiritual personality, that spiritual life, just like it is the example, Prabhupada gives the example that when you are deceased, right? Let's say somebody is deceased, he is in the hospital, he cannot enjoy, he is given drips for his food. General procedure is what? Eat nicely, you get fulfilled of the body is having strength. So when you are sick, very badly sick, you put drips, right? So that all the energy goes. So it is very suffering, you cannot enjoy. So you tend to think that you can never be free of disease. You get fearful. That is the Mayavadi conception. who say ultimately we am one with God, I am just energy, or not even energy. They say you cannot describe by words. Ultimately you are no senses, no actions, no work, right? You just a sheet of what we don't know, we can't describe it. That's what they say. So this also you should give up. This bhaya of a spiritual person who can be, there is a spiritual loving exchange. The loving exchange between Arjuna and Krishna is blissful. Just like when you are free of disease, you can actually nicely eat, right? Nicely have a life, right? So that is what is, that also is the misconception that, oh, no, it's not possible at all like that. That's also another kind of a conditioning where you think that materially, so much material conditioning has happened that nothing exists. No, Maya means that which doesn't exist. You misconstrued. The Mayavadis who profess this philosophy that ultimately you are not, everything is zero. It's actually akin to Buddhism only, all right? But this ultimately we are zero. So that aspect also we should give up. Then there's another kind of person, Krodha, means always angry at, oh, all this life is basically suffering, everything is over, so they get angry at everybody, everything are angry, not accepting by the scriptures, nothing, just angry. So Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. How do you get free of that? Man bhavo gnana tapasa manmaya mamuta upashita. Many great sages, gnana tapasa, they by austerity, by gnana, by giving knowledge of me, they were worshipping me. And what did they do? Puta badmava magataha. So they got love for me. So we all can get this love. What is it between Parikhit, between Arjuna, between Radharani and Krishna? We all are qualified for that. Just that we have forgotten that. We have to now come to that. How do we do? Under the shelter of the Guru, we follow the instructions. Then we will gradually get that love. We'll be blessed. We'll get it. Gradually from the stage of simple faith that, oh, God is there. We have to start with that. Bhakti starts with that and finally goes to the 9th stage of pure love. Right? So that we can go towards. And also another aspect here is that can we have a kingdom like we had in Parikhit Maharaj? It's time. It will happen. It is said, 10,000 years of golden age will be there in this Kali Yuga where Krishna consciousness will spread. It will happen. We'll have a king. We'll have a great Mahabhagavat king ruling the whole world, just like Parikhit did. And it will happen. But for that, now we have to just spread Krishna consciousness everywhere. We have to spread the Gita. Everybody should get to know that this is the best thing to accept in life. Then you will see that whole human society will become oriented towards that. And they'll all be delivered. It will happen. It's a question of time. Okay. Hare Krishna, any questions or comments? Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Please accept my humble obeisance.
Hare Krishna.
And thank you for this wonderful class. So, Prabhu, you mentioned that the purpose of human is to building a loving relationship with Lord Krishna. So, just wanted to know, during this Krishna consciousness process, is there any indication or symptom by which a person, a devotee, can understand that they have been able to successful in building loving relationship with Krishna?
Okay. So I'll paraphrase your question. How do we know symptoms of that we are getting that love of Krishna?
Yes,
right?
Prabhu.
Am I right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. So Prabhupada answered this question once, that there is a, how do we know, okay, what Krishna, we really are enjoying or not, right? That question comes, right? So Prabhupada said, there's a special taste, right? A taste comes. That's a symptom that, yes, that love is there. Just like there's a taste, right? Relationship between whatever you call boy and girl, they enjoy being with one another, right? You don't have to train, right? You don't have to tell, okay, you love one another. So you naturally, when you start associating, there's a taste there. We all know that is a mundane taste and it's a this thing. I'm just drawing knowledge. That's what Rupa Goswami also says. Yuvati nam yata yuni, yunamcha yunato vyata. Right? Manovirabhate tadvant manomaya ramatam tvai. Just as they enjoy, boys and girls, but let me enjoy your association. So the first symptom is that we find taste. We all find taste, right? Chanting Hare Krishna. Right? We are able to chant 16 rounds every day for so many years. If there is no taste, why will we chant? Right? We feel happy, right? When we come here, we are able to at least intellectually appreciate the aspects of it. That is also another kind of where you can appreciate all this. That is showing that there is some level of this. But the real love that is spoken of here by the Bhagavatam, that we are very far away from that. Yes, it's a fact. We are not enjoying like Prabhupada, enjoying Krishna. When he chants Krishna, Prabhupada is chanting Krishna's name, that is love. Is fully already there. He cannot live, just like Prabhupada also said, that some people have said that, oh God, you have created just because of your mental speculation, because you want somebody to protect you. Necessity, like that. You want somebody. So Prabhupada said, necessity is, yes, it's a fact. Necessity shows intelligence. Right? So we seek. So that level of satisfaction, what we see now, oh yes, this philosophy is Krishna consciousness, is perfect. That appreciation is great. I am coming here, taking prasadam, it's enjoying. So that is the first level. It is like, example that can be given is like a small glass of water, right? If you pour water into it, it's full, right? So we are feeling that level of fulfillment. So that we can appreciate. That's how we can make out. What will happen, next level you can make out is what I was attached to previously, you'll easily give up. You cannot be devotee and attached to material thing also. So it will naturally keep on, it's not overnight it will become pure, it's a fact, yes. But so many things you will be attached to in his first start. When you start chanting Hare Krishna, you will see, automatically it will go away. Many things will start going away. There will be some very severe conditioning, that will take time. But generally, major things will start quickly going away. That's the first effect of spiritual life. So in our stage, we can make it just like a small glass. We are like a small glass. Whereas Prabhupada is like ocean. Right? The fall glass also is fulfilled. Big ocean also is fulfilled. So Prabhupada is like ocean, because that's like he is like a ecstatic love is there. He cannot forget Krishna at all. They cannot leave Krishna at all. So they are like that. Yeah, Radharani, if she says, okay, she'll faint. Krishna is not that she'll faint. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying, right? That, what is the verse we say? No? Govinda Virahename. The whole world becomes shunya, he's saying. So we are not that level attached, but progressively we are making Krishna conscious. That we can appreciate. Yes, there's a symptom that I am loving Krishna. It's happening. But still that total purification, what is there, that should be our ideal. We cannot be satisfied. Oh, what I am having is nice. Okay, I'll still continue my material activities. No. We have to become graduated. Then only you'll get that love. That should be our aim. Not, okay, wherever I am, okay, I'm getting some taste. Okay, हो गया, जब कर रहा हूँ, हो गया, peace of, थोड़ा peacement आ जा ही जाता है ना? उससे ही, okay, I'm happy, I'll enjoy my life. So, whole life should be a further progress. 10 marks, 12 marks, okay, let me go to 25 marks. So we are maybe somebody 0 marks, okay, let me get 1 marks. So like that we should be going ahead. So finally, when we get 100 marks by Guru's blessings, then okay, full, that you can directly experience. So at this stage there is ruchi. That ruchi itself is a sign that you are attached. Oh, you're able to, somewhere it was there in your consciousness, Krishna, you knew that is getting open up. You're just waking up. That's a symptom. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Prabhu. Prabhu, you had mentioned in the beginning that what Parikhit Maharaj was displaying here, that is real pride, because he was conscious that Krishna is behind him. because he is a pure devotee, he is not falsely pride like our present leaders. So he is really displaying real pride. So in that sense, how can we as practitioners of Krishna consciousness draw a very thin line, draw actual line between being really proud of our achievements or our own position that you are practicing or you are doing some services, and also not be falsely proud and take it as a poison for our practice. So where is the thin line, Prabhu?
Okay. How to be understand whether we are getting falsely proud or we are rightly being proud. Of course, no, pride in itself is not good. Pride is generally associated with the thing that I, that me, I am the doer. So when we see that I did everything, because then it is dangerous. It's not correct, because we are not doing anything. Ultimately, Krishna is only achieving everything, right? So what we can derive pride is from the blessing of Guru. We do some service, right? We will see that you can make out. If you are sincere, you can make out. Arey, I am so useless. This happened in spite of me, right? Generally, everything is happening in spite of me. Because of I did some effort, that also I will be, doing so much miserly things. We will not be giving ourselves to Krishna. So that your limitation of your devotion, you should always acknowledge and see it as the blessings of Guru. Then only that pride is not there. But if you think, oh, I am great, that is dangerous. That's very dangerous. That is not good. That will destroy devotional service. So always we should be praying that Prabhupada, you have blessed me. Always be conscious. Simultaneously, we should also note that it's a fact that reciprocation we should treasure. What Krishna has given to my life, right? I did want to do this service, just like somebody wanted to do book distribution. So you feel happy, of Krishna reciprocated to me, right? So not that everything is zero, like, that. Everything is zero. So Krishna, see, some of you are trying to build this temple. This in 1990s. Some of Krishna's blessings. You see it as Krishna's blessing. Now you think, oh, I built the temple. Then you are lost. So you should see, oh, Krishna's blessing. So see the temple every time. Krishna gave this, Prabhupada gave this. That is not pride. That is humility. See, pride is when you seek honor for yourself. And when you seek, okay, you want to be center of everything. That's pride. So when you see Krishna as the center of everything, there is no pride. Because that's truth. Simultaneously, we can make out if I am becoming proud or not, if I am going against the order of the Guru, or if I am offending some other devotee, or you are thinking I am greater than this devotee, then you can, oh, there is pride already coming into picture. You should be careful. You should start comparing, oh, this devotee, I am better than him. Like, see, each devotee, Krishna reciprocates separately. Each devotee has his own ways of, Krishna has his dealings with each devotee. So we should not confuse that. Okay, my thing is better. So this devotee did 10 Gitas, I did only 5 Gitas. So, oh, maybe I am lesser than him. That also is wrong. Or you think, oh, that devotee, I did 10, this fellow did only, oh, I am greater than him. No, that kind of things are very, comparisons you make, it's dangerous. That's pride, again. So we should always see the reciprocation each devotee Krishna is getting from his own and be respectful to that. That's his relationship between Krishna and that devotee. We should always note, and Prabhupada and that devotee, there is a loving relationship between them. That is getting established. It may not be fully mature. So even in our stage, we should be very respectful. That's why even Prahlad Maharaj is saying that what my god brothers say, I take it as good as my spiritual master telling me. So he would say, Prahlad Maharaj says if you read in the 7th canto of this thing, he says, I just accept. So Rupa Goswami would always accept, Sanatana Goswami would accept his teachings as good as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu telling. So you should also note, if there is something, if God brothers are saying something and I am doing something else, think I am greater than them, should be careful. So always check everything with Prabhupada's instructions. Did Prabhupada want this to be done? Okay. Is my God brothers who's telling, is it as per Krishna? And I am rejecting it, then you are in false pride. So we should be careful. So sometimes, of course, there is a all in the discussions of practical aspects of it, we should always feel, full of gratitude, should feel happy. That gratitude, that's the pleasure which we all get. That pleasure we should not go away from. Gratitude of Krishna, you have given me this spiritual life. Please keep me in spiritual life like this. Please continue, make me continue in spiritual life like this. That is not false pride. Okay? I think. That's all. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Savior of the whole world, Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Thank you.